two rows, and I go every other person, and I'm standing on stage. And I'm like, okay, before we begin, each person raise your hand, every other. Okay. Each one of you has your hand raised. You're going to come up on stage one at a time. And the sound guy's going to play a song clip for 10 seconds, and you're going to freestyle dance just to get everybody going, get everybody charged up. And I kind of let that build for a while. And then I watch them, and the crowd's talking, and they're all themselves, or some are excited. And then I come back after about a minute. That's felt about 10 minutes. And I'm like, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. In fact, I hate public speakers that do shit like that, like force you to get up and do stuff. Um, but can I ask you something? How many of you are sweating? And there was a good number of them. How many of you can feel your heart rates or felt your blood pressure kind of rise? Because we can feel pressure rise. How many of you are angry? A couple of them. How many of you are excited and happy and jovial? Boom, a couple of them. How many of you feel like vomiting or have a headache or, all right. How many of you are cottonmouth? You in the crowd, how do you guys feel? You feel fantastic. Okay. So I presented an event and we had infinite different feelings and emotional responses. If we were to go a step further, we would ask them all these questions, and there would be all these different responses to the single event. If we were to pull their blood, there's going to be all these different hormone responses and inflammatory responses. There are going to be different lipid profile panels. You're going to have different blood pressure. You're going to have different heart rate coherence. You're going to have different brain waves. You're going to have different fucking everything. Muscle effect, energy loss, fatigue. You're going to have all these different, and energy ramp, strength. So there's infinite responses to the single event. Now, I would ask them, are any of your responses wrong? And they're all like, no. Even the ones that don't feel good? No. No, that's stupid. What if I showed you blood markers and hormone markers to attach to your feelings? No. And if we gave some of them food, they wouldn't be able to digest it because they're freaking the fuck out. So again, at what point does pathology start? And normal health begin? Like that's why this whole thing is so stupid to pathologize anything. Because all I did was stand up and lie, and I created infinite thousands of different responses. And so all of medicine's going to go in and go, you're right, you're wrong. You're this type 2. You're this other. You're this freak. Oh God, never seen you before. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And so again, I'm just an idiot on a stage. But all of life is going to be a bunch of different people on stages, and you're going to have different responses. That's why I've said a spoonful of the same food and 100 different people will get 100 different responses. A spoonful in 100 different moments of your life of you're going to have 100 different responses. And we're blaming food? How the hell does that make any sense? The body only heals. Even mind, emotions, feelings, thoughts.